Hey, beautiful people of the Most High God. I know it's been a hot minute since I came on here and made a video, but you have to understand, I don't make a video unless God tells me to. And He's been silent for a little while, and I'd ask Him, do you want me to make a video? And He'd tell me no. So, with that being said, what I am going to say is, yesterday I spoke on something, right? And God told me to speak about it on my channel. So, by God's grace and will, this is what I'm doing right now. And to all the people subscribe to my channel, and those who come by, I love you. Nothing but love, blessings, and greatness for you. And I hope you're in power, peace, love, and a sound mind. Let God keep you sound and protected at all times, in all places. Well, with that being said, let's get into the message that I spoke about and that God gave me enlightenment about, and what He wants me to enlighten you about. So here we go. So one thing God doesn't like is people who play the blame game and don't take accountability for their actions and their deeds, because obviously we know that we're judged by our actions, our deeds, and our words, right? Whether they be good or whether they be evil. All right? So with that being said, I was speaking about, there's people out here who don't like to take accountability for the things that they know they've done, where they done wrong or done evil. They like to project, they like to deflect, and they like to gaslight. Well, regardless of all of that, even if they don't want to take accountability for their wrongdoings, their deeds, their words, they're not exempt from the living God, because He still makes us take accountability for the things that we done, especially when it comes to breaking His commandments. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. No matter how people try to blame it on another. Oh, I did this because of somebody else. Oh, I did this. They try to play the blame game, and they don't want to take accountability. But if we go back to the book of Genesis, this is what He really wants me to talk about. We go back to the book of Genesis with Adam, Eve, and Satan, with the tree in the garden, right? Eve, she blamed Satan, right? Eve said the serpent beguiled her. It didn't exempt Eve from getting punished by God for breaking His commandments. All right? Another thing is, Adam, he blamed Eve. He said, look at the wife that thou gave me. She's the one, it's the wife that thou gave me. Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed Satan. But who got punished that day? All three of them. Because God told Adam not to eat of that apple and not to touch that tree. He told Eve the same thing. God is not a respecter of persons. All three of them got punished by God that day. Adam, Eve, and Satan. So it doesn't matter what people are saying. If they don't want to take accountability for the wrongs that they've done, it doesn't mean they're exempt from the punishment that comes with what they've done, with breaking God's commandment, His laws, statutes, and commandments. So they could play dumb all they want. They could play clueless all they want. They could play the victim all they want. But it doesn't, they could not take accountability all they want. But whether they choose it or whether they refuse it, God will make them take accountability with how He punishes them and judges them for breaking His laws, His statutes, and commandments. So they could play the blame game all they want. And that's the reason why God doesn't talk to a lot of people, because they don't take accountability. He told them when they stop pointing the finger, they want to say, that they did this because of somebody. It's because somebody said that, because of somebody said that, because of somebody done that. But what did you do that goes against his word, his laws, his commandments? And that's what you're being judged for. Not because of anything else, but for breaking his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. You get me? So that's what he wanted me to talk about, because people are too comfortable pointing the blame at somebody else and not taking accountability and want to play dumb when they knew they were out here doing wrongs to others, when they knew they were out here lying on others, when they knew they were out here betraying others, when they knew they were out here acting like Judas, they knew they were out here acting like Jezebel, knew they were out here acting like a Haman, knew they were out here acting like a Pharaoh, knew they were out here acting like a Goliath in someone's life, knew they were out here acting like a witch. You get me? So at the end of the day, knew they were out here acting like a Jezebel, but then they want to point the finger at somebody and blame another person. And another thing, they want to lie about it. They want to play dumb and pretend as if they didn't do no wrongdoings. But whether they lie about it or not, they're not exempt for lying. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Knew they were out here doing things to people they shouldn't do, and things that they wouldn't want others to do to them. So, just like, remember, Adam blamed Eve, his wife, for why he ate the apple. Eve blamed Satan why she ate the apple. All of them got punished. Eve, Satan, and Adam. Just remember that. So, and why? Because they broke God's commandments. I love you, beautiful people. And that's what God wanted me to talk about. With Adam, Eve, and Satan. And people don't want to take accountability for their actions, but they're still going to have to. It don't matter what they say, don't matter what they try, they're not exempt from the punishment.